Hi, today question is n repeated element in size 2 n array asked by Google and Akamai. Okay, and so what is the question? So we have a one array nums, integer array nums, and the length of this array is 2n, and n the array must contains n plus 1 unique elements. Okay, and this is the one major point we have to remember. Exactly one element of the nums is repeated n times. Okay, exactly one element is repeated n times. Return the return that element is repeated n times, so we have to return that element. Okay, this is the example. So 3 is repeated n times, in this case 2 is repeated n times. And so there are two approach to solve these questions. Okay, so let's start. I'll do the Hmm. I'll do the diagram. Just wait for connect my, yeah. So waiting for, okay, yeah. So I'll do the diagram now. So what is saying that array size is 2n. So if this is the example, okay, this is the one example. Uh, 1 2 2 3 3 1 2 3 3. So length is 4, and if you do as per the question, it will be 2 to 2 2 is to n, 2 into n. Okay, so as per that n should be 2. Okay, n means how can say that so number of unique elements will be n plus 1 as per the question. So here n is 2, so n plus 1 means our 2 plus 1 is 3. So unique element is 3, n value is 2, and total length is 4. Okay, if you see this n elements, 1 2 is unique element, and n elements is repeated. This two element is repeated. What is the unique element here? 1 2 3 the unique element here, and this two is got repeated. As per the question, it is like this. If I show the example here, so to solve this question, what we can do, we can create a map. Simple. As per the, we just create a simple map, and we'll just take all the frequency of the map. So create another map. We'll put that how many times 1 is repeated one time, 2 is repeated one time, 3 is repeated 2 times. Okay, and then we will check, after creating the map, we will just traverse this map and we'll check, is there any element which has more frequency than you know greater than 1, because there's in the question they mentioned that there is only one element which got repeated value. So we just check the frequency of this element is greater than 1, then we just return that element. So this is a simple thing. So what will happen in this case, the time complexity will be big of n, and space complexity will be big of n, because we are taking on map here. So space and time would be the thing, big of n. But what is the optimized way to do it? Okay, I will show the code, don't worry. But what is the optimized way, and little bit I will say little bit tricky to understand. Okay, the optimized way. So if you see the example here, and if you see the constant here, they told us that the minimum length of the element should be 4, because let's say you are taking n equal to 3. Okay, so if you think that you know array length is 3, and it's then it should be, what will happen, 2 to the power n should be 3. So like n 3 by 2 means 1.5. Okay, the number of unique elements should be 2, because in the question they mentioned 1.5 plus 1 equal to 2. So if you build question like this, 1 2 number of unique elements and 2, so this is the length 3. But what they told, that number of repeated elements should be 2 to the power n. So number of elements, the length of this element, so if the number of number of unique elements is equal to n plus 1, so n is here 1.5, the number of n plus 2, the total length should be how much, 12 2 into n. So into n, in this case n is 1.5. So n is 1.5, then approx 2. Okay, so 4, it should be 4. You know, if n is equal to, if I take the array length is 3, so it doesn't make any sense. So minimum array length should be 4. Okay, so you have to just calculate that. That is the one tricky point. So if the minimum array length is 4, then how we can solve this question easily? We don't have to we don't have to take the map to count the frequency. We can count in another way. Let's say this is one no, array example. Here you can see that this 5 is got the length is 8, total array length. N is 4, number of unique elements is n plus 4 means 5. So how are we getting n equal to 4? Because they told length should be 2 into n by 8. So n equal to 8 by 2. Sorry, n equal to 8 by 2. Sorry. 8 by 2 means 4. Okay, that's why n equal to 4, and unique elements 4 plus 1 5. Okay, if you see, you know, the length is 8 and number of unique elements 5 and number of repeated elements is 4. This 1 2 3 4. So if you see, if we create a subarray within this array, if we get a sub overlapping subarray, this is one will subarray 4 length, this is one subarray 4 length. You will see at any moment of time there will be one subarray where the major element means the repeated one, there will be one element which got repeated value. Here you can see, here you can see easily we are able to see. Okay, so if we create a overlapping subarray, this is one subarray, this is one subarray, so any point, any moment of time there will be one array where you will find that this element got repeated. Okay, and you have to, for that you have to give a dry run, then you will find out. Another example is like this. This is also another good example. Here also you to see 5. Okay, so 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, length is 8, length is 8. So 8 equal to 2 is to n, 2 into n equal to 4, and number of element will be 4 plus 1 5. If you see, this is one unique, this is one unique, this is one unique, this is one unique, this is one unique 5. Okay, 5 element. Okay, now if you create a, and number of repeated elements is 4. If you see 1 2 3 4, this is the repeated elements, 4 times this 5 got repeated. If you create a subarray from here, okay, from this array, overlapping subarray, it will be like 1 5 2 5 1 subarray. Again if you get a 1 5 2 5 5 3. Okay, if we get a one subarray overlapping equal to 5 3 5, so you will see that at the any moment of time, any point of time, there will be one subarray where the 5 is got repeated. Here so every time in each subarray it is got repeating, but here if you see this thing, like if we, there is an example called like this, 1 2 1 2 4 4, sorry, this is that. So if this example we see, if we create a subarray like this here, this is one subarray, so where 5 would be, this is 5, this is 5, this is 5. So any point of time you will see that there is a one subarray where the 5 is got 5 is got repeating. So what you have to do, we just have to traverse this array. So if we are, let's say the iterator is here, iterator is here, then we have to check, is there is there any element, this position and this position is equal to this. So we will check every time. If we iterator is here, we will check, is there any element where matching element with this value. So we'll check here, we'll check here, we'll check here. So every time, each for each index we'll check. If from here we'll check the, if the I is there, then from here we'll check I plus 1 position, I plus 2 position, and I plus 3 position, because we are taking an 4 length array. So we'll check here. This thing will check. Is there any in this array? Is there any repeating element? If this there is a repeating element, then that will be the answer, because they told us there is only one element which are repeating. So that's how the optimal approach, where there will be no use of space. So the complexity will be big of n time complexity and big of 1 space complexity. Okay, this is the optimal approach. Yeah. So now what I'll do, I'll just I'll show you that one thing. I'll show you the code. I'll show you the code here. Uh, so if you see that this is the initial basic code you have, where we are you know creating we are getting a map, not like this. This is the this is the thing. So this is the naive approach. Normally we do, we just create a map, then and give another frequency of every element, and then we'll be iterating the map and checking is there any second element is greater than 1, or you can check that equal to n by 2, because they told us that number of repeating elements should be n by n by 2. Otherwise you can check greater than equal to 1, anything is fine, and then we are returning that element that first. And other approach is there. This is the normal basic approach, everybody will try to do it. Other approach is there without any map. How we can do this? You can see we are taking the first we are taking the nums array size. Then we are to what are doing, what we are just creating a four length no subarray. To create a 4 length subarray, we are taking this for loop. Then we are taking one for loop are running from here. Okay, 0 to n minus k. Okay, that is the basic understanding. Okay, like so that we don't go out of index, out of bound. That's we are taking n minus k. If you give a diagram, you will understand. And then we are taking the n minus and n minus I. Let's say first we have a element 1 2 1 2 3 3. For this case, if the first element is 1 1, first element is 1, then we are checking if the with first elements is there any other element is matching. Okay, means we are checking with first element, we are comparing 2 3 3. Yes, we are comparing with this. Then again iterator will come to this element 2 will come to 2. Then we are checking is there any element equal to 2. So we are checking with 3 3 like this. Okay, then again here we will come to 3. When the iterator will come to here 3 3, it will come to here. Again it will check 3 with 3. There is a repeating element, so it will return the 3. That's what is happening. And also you can check if you put the test cases, case 3, you know uh, I'll just show this one code. I'll check once. So go to code and try to run it. It will run. If we add some test cases here, you will see. So if you try to add one test case like 1 2 1 2 2, it will show that. See, it will show the error. The expected nums to have 4 size. Okay, this is the constant. Why we got 3? So it is saying that at least we should have 4 size array. Okay. Also here you can see now it is saying that greater than 2, but if you as per this question logic, it must be 4. That's why when you are giving a one test case with three length, it is showing the error. So that's how you have to do it. Just give a dry run. Here we just creating a we're trying to create a overlapping subarray, and every overlapping subarray we're trying to find out is there any repeating element. That's the thing. Yeah. Bye. Have a good day.